All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And yes, this is something different. Uh, After what happened yesterday, and I do want to apologize for the way things ended. Um, I'm going to explain myself briefly. Um, I have said for quite a while that I need somebody to talk to when I'm on here. Now, I do have somebody who has been very gracious and has said that they will try to help me out in the new year. Now, I do know that there are a lot of people out there like Bird of Prey, like Salty Tracker, like whoever, fill in the blank, who are able to do a stream quite well without a co host. Now, I, however, am not one of them. Now, if I were to have 50 people in the chat and the chat was active all the time where I could interact with that, fine. Most of the time, however, there are, a good number of people, but the chat dies off quickly at times. And so there's nothing to talk about, nothing to say. Now, I would rather, and here's the other thing, if I have a stream that is shorter than 2.5 hours, people don't watch it. I don't know why. I had a stream yesterday. Yes, I got pissed at the end and cut it off. Yes, it was under an hour. How many people watched it? Five. How many people watched? And they watched about 20%. How many people watched the day before? About 25. And yeah, it's a longer stream. I don't know why. It doesn't make any damn sense. So yeah, um, don't get it. But those of you who are in my Twitter group hopefully understand the way I feel because I did express myself very bluntly. Um, and I did say that, um, yeah, just the way things are going, it's not good at this point. Um, the idiocy of yesterday. In fact, I will go on. I'll say this: people said, "Oh, you should pick a topic." I did. I did. I tried to get back to the topic a number of times because people went off on. Don't get me wrong. I like when things go off on a tangent. It's fun, but these things were idiotic. They were unnecessary and rather childish. Um, yes, I know there's streams out there you could go watch. You want toilet humor? That's great. Go watch it. Don't bring it here, please. That's all I ask. Okay, I have Mar who's in the private chat saying something. Uh okay, that was something else. Okay. And I do have Mar with me this morning.
Wonderful, good. Hello, everyone.
And hello, Mar. How are you today?
I'm doing fine as always. I'm full of beans for a change.
Is that
Means
good or
I'm
bad?
fully awake. I would say that depends on if it is good to be fully awake or not.
It also depends on what kind of beans you had. Oh, right. Let's see here. Let's get with the chat. Gap Stargate says hail, and chat and Captain Trek. good morning. And of course, with these well, Christmas trees. Good grief. And 47 Yorktown says, greetings from Eastern Canada. Discovery broke me this morning. Well, we know we won't be hearing from Burrow Prey 5 here today, which is a good thing. Dr. Alex says, hello, Captain Trek. Hello, Dr. Alex. I hope it is a good afternoon there for you, which is about 2 in the afternoon. 54.5 Access Radio says, Krampus is coming. Of course, we have Bar in the chat saying hello. And let's see here now. A wet t-shirt contest? Really? Really? And good morning, Mr. Lundell. Now, I know that there are other streams going on this morning, so particularly with my coming on late, I actually, if you check with people in the group, wasn't initially going to stream, but I decided that, yeah, it's going to be something different. And that's why I titled it Something Different.
Good morning, Mr. Lundell.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Lundell. So, let me ask you something, Mar. What are some Christmas traditions there in Germany that people may or may not know about?
Well, tomorrow at 21st, we usually get potato salad with sausages. And right after that, we get to the presents. Well, usually we would do that. But as the complete family only comes on the 25th, we will do everything on the 25th. But on the 25th, we usually have turkey. And I hope that we will get the turkey because that's the only thing I really am looking forward to on Christmas.
And you're trying to figure out how this is different. Well, number one, you'll see that the link is not dropped in the chat, and it's not going to be. Number two, anyone who actually gets on here and gets out of line, they'll be given a warning and then booted. It's that simple.
So, and if you are wondering on how you would get on the panel today, well, there was a bird sitting on my window this morning, and he had this little message on his foot, and I checked it out, and there was the exact backstage written on it. That's how I got in here today. So look at your windows. If there is a bird out there, maybe you can get in. Maybe it's just a bird who wants to poop on your windows.
Trying to remember now. I got to get back to what I saw before, because I don't usually talk about Twitter. But there was something I saw on Twitter this morning that actually, you know, I'm usually one for law and order, people that are actually wanting to follow the law, and not somebody for rooting for the cartel. But there was a thing on Twitter. I was talking about the cartel shooting some bad people who do bad things to children. That's all I can say without getting the stream knocked clean out of the water. And shooting them rather than waiting for the drugs to do rather than waiting for the courts to do anything about it. So I found myself conflicted because you can't really root for them, but yeah, they actually did the right thing, I guess. Kinda. Um, I don't know.
Well, let's be honest and fair and square here. Back in the day, they all was created on the premise to help the little people before they all got corrupted. So, seems like they are going back to their roots, at least once in a while.
You know, Professor, if you're going to be negative, leave. It's just, I've had it with you sometimes. It's just more of the same. Well, you know what? You're showing your true colors. Thank you. I appreciate that. And good morning, Flugger. How are you this morning? Good morning, John Grammaticus.
Hey, Flugger. Hey, Brainy. And Access Radio, and of course, John Grammaticus.
No, no, Jeff. You're just being negative, is all you're doing. And you can just go away. LG is streaming now. So is Loki's Mornings of Mischief. So are several other people. Go to one of their streams, Professor. Go have fun. Bye bye. Now, anyhow, back to the more fun and exciting things that I want to talk about this morning, which I have no idea what it is, because Mara and I were talking about some things that we happen to disagree about. Yet we still talk.
We disagreed?
Oh,
Did we?
absolutely. Yes.
Did we? Wow.
Look, your view on guns and mine are different.
Oh, of course they are. They must be.
And yet, your stance and mine, we don't usually discuss guns because it's something we don't agree on. So we talk about stuff we do agree on most of the time.
Yeah, but we do not always have to agree on everything. Otherwise,
Oh
it
no,
would just be.
boring. Yeah, you're right.
And especially on the gun discussion. Yeah, I have had one on Twitter with some folks. And I do not understand how they can mourn people who get killed with guns that they want to keep.
Yeah,
So
I
as I think it would be something that's just the cycle of life in the USA. Someone gets shot, okay, let's move on. Next. Sometimes it gives me the feeling that people would more like to do the services for the guns that get molten in because they was taken over after a shooting than for the people who got killed in the shooting.
there are people that do seem like that. You're right. I'll agree.
And now we are on the agreeing side again.
Just because we have a different stand on things doesn't mean we're not going to agree in certain areas. Yeah. So, Yeah, it's like I said, I knew going in that this is going to be a slow morning because of other people streaming and my starting later. So it is what it is. I would appreciate anybody watching to share this out. That would be most appreciated. Because I'm sure that people are looking for a different title, and seeing something different is not exactly what they're looking for. So they're not expecting that.
I would have a sentence my grandpa used to say back in the day when it comes to those gun laws and everything surrounding the USA at the moment. He
Mm-hmm.
used to say, if you don't want a pig to shit, then you don't give him something to eat.
Oh, and what's going on, Flugger? How are you this morning?
And good morning, Arivik.
Eric, I'm not seeing Eric.
He just popped up. I'm on the YouTube channel, so it might come a
Ah,
little bit later for you.
and good morning, Eric. Thank you for stopping by. It's much much appreciated. I know that it's on later. So hey, what's going on today? Were you able to get your car fixed and make your road trip? I don't know. I don't remember. I know you were having car trouble before. My memory, I'd have to check my messages. I don't know. Oh, good God. I had to restart Discord because there's somebody I need to send a message to there. And
Uh, Flugger is asking for a link.
that's the reason why I was going to that.
Ah, I thought it would be showing up for you later again.
Oh, I no, I didn't even look. Um,
So
oh,
Captain Trek just became psychic. He knows stuff before they happen. He knows things before they happen.
well, I was commenting that I was opening um, what do you call it, Discord, and because I'd forgotten I could send it to Slugger via uh, Twitter. I think maybe I don't know. Uh,
So Revik says, "Yup, car's fixed. Made it back to TX last night. TX, Texas. Huh? TX is Texas, I think.
yep, that is
I'm
correct.
good. I'm good. I'm so good." And as we all know, Texas is halfway Mexico down there.
Depends on where in Texas it is. And I don't think I can send him the link uh,
Viva la Mexico.
on on Twitter. So I just yeah, either get on Discord and check the link, or
Na, 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 na.
and I see that NB Geek is in the minority because everybody I've heard so far has not liked the whatever the hell the movie is, Matrix thing.
Oh, I love The Matrix, but for different reasons.
Oh, why?
Because LDG was so wrong about it. Every time when they hit one of his theories and broke it apart, I was like, yes. Another one broken down. And it's not because I would be mad with LDG or anything like that. It's just he had us go through um, this whole thing with WandaVision and with his theories there, that it's just so good to hear when he's wrong with his theories now.
And here is the Twitter link. You can see the status of now bald, um, who is actually not bald now, but whatever. And yeah, you can see what he thought. Spoiler: I enjoyed this. I'll just read it for those of you who don't want to, because there's also the link to his video.
And yesterday in the chat, he said I shouldn't bet against him when it comes to Neil Patrick Harris being the architect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I know Neil Patrick Harris is the analyst. So, just saying, I was right there. He was not the architect.
Yeah. Sorry for the spoiler, but yeah, well, it's a spoiler.
It's not really a spoiler, it's just a name. A name of a program. And that he is a program should be clear from the get go. No, he was the analyst. He was not the architect. He was analyzing the people that was in the farm.
And let's see here. You didn't see the whole movie, so yeah, no.
And the architect refers to himself as the architect, while Neil Patrick Harris refers to himself as the analyst.
I think somebody mentioned his name too many times because he showed up in chat. I thought he was streaming now.
He might be streaming.
I mean, he's in the chat, but he's either streaming.
It doesn't mean that he can't be streaming at the same time.
Ah, that's true. I haven't checked, so. And Eric says, it's warm here in the morning compared to Denver. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Texas compared to Denver. And NB says, wife and I enjoyed the movie a lot for a lot of reasons. Thanks for putting my link in. Yes, of course. And I think that, quite honestly, there's going to be a lot more negative attention, negative videos out about it. I don't know if I'm ever going to see it or not, but it'd be nice to, and I'm actually going to look at it later, to see somebody who has a different view on it. For some reason, I don't think you're going to be in the majority, at least as the video's made. That doesn't mean that, most people won't necessarily like it, but most people, well, how do I say this? YouTube's a game, and you get more clicks on hate than you do on like. And that's just, unfortunately, a simple fact of life.
Well, I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to go into the spoiler part here, so I
Well,
would like to say something.
I'll just say this: if you don't want to hear any spoilers for the next 5 minutes, just kind of mute the tab and go get some coffee or something, and then it'll be done by then. So go for it, Mar.
Okay, so Neil Patrick Harris says he was the analyst and he was analyzing the power output between, or the extra power output that they had while Neo and Trinity was close to each other. So they had enormous power outputs there, and that's why the analyst Neil Patrick Harris had to take or had to have an eye on those. So he was not the architect, just the analyst who got them as close together as they could get without causing havoc in the system.
And no, like I said, anymore, I look for honest viewpoints, both sides. And unfortunately, a lot of people they'll give into the rhetoric. Oh, it sucked. Oh, it blah 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 blah. Not why, but just that it sucked. Okay.
Well, I would
Coffee
say
time.
at the end of the movie, we are exactly where we was at the end of the first one.
You are probably the fifth person I've heard say that.
Hey, Flugger.
Good morning,
Hi.
Flugger. How are you today?
I'm tired, but I'm trying to wake up.
Oh, that's good.
Too bad you cannot bitch slap someone over the phone here. Wake up!
There are a few people I'd like to bitch slap now and again, but in fact, I'm going to go ahead and open the link up your tab. I'm going to pause this as soon as I'm done with my stream. I am going to watch your video. That is going to be probably the first thing I do. Well, no, probably the first thing I'm going to do is go pee. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. By the time I finish streaming, I'm gonna, need to have a little bit of a break. But when I first sit back down at the computer, that's probably going to be the first thing I do, is check out that video. And of course, I pushed pause and it went and played it anyhow. Screw you.
But
Really?
I was more disappointed with the new Spider-Man movie. To be fair.
Well, why is that?
Well, Tom Holland plays a very stupid Spider-Man.
Really?
For usually Spider-Man being such a smart guy.
Well, I would tend to agree there, yeah.
So I thought he was pretty stupid in that movie. Especially stupid in that movie.
Mega Cropper.
Really? You can get refunds on watching that now? Damn.
Well, you could always get refunds. It's just how much you bitch.
Well, he still was out the $7 for parking, so yeah, he's still out money.
Well, and he said he bought a bunch of food there too, so he's out that. But so it wasn't like he didn't pay the theater to watch the film. He just wants the money back for the ticket price.
And that he got back. So, good on him.
It's a prank. It's a fake.
What? Fake news? Once again? Damn. Also a funny thing.
Peeps already claiming it a prank. What are they claiming was a prank? Mega Cropper.
Refundings.
And Aravic is back. So, you know what? Even though I normally
Perfect.
hopefully you're enjoying your coffee.
Well, I won't enjoy mine anymore.
Why is that?
Because you're going to play that Janeway video.
I didn't say I would.
That's true.
I was going to say normally I would have played that clip, but yeah.
You can play that video if you want to. I was just kidding.
But we are doing stuff different today.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I just I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow or Christmas, and I actually had somebody that was going to come on today, and I don't know what happened. I guess they aren't interested now, so that's fine. Or aren't available. I don't know. So it is what it is.
Well, Resolute Charm is missing a little bit at the moment.
He's probably
Because
at work.
I was trapped yesterday in an anime which is called Arifureta. And as I say, I was trapped in it because it was funny, it was good, even if most anime sites or anime YouTubers says that it was not so good. I must say I liked it pretty much because it was so completely messed up in a special way. It's about a school class that gets transferred by a god to a different dimension. And in that dimension, they have to save humanity. And they become heroes and sword fighters and mages and stuff like that. And one of them, the weakest one of them, he just can transmute things. And of course, he gets separated from the group in a labyrinth, and he has to fight his way up by himself against monsters who are 50 times stronger than he usually would be. And then he does something that I've never seen in an anime that was made like that before. He starts to create stuff from his own world, like guns and bombs and you name it, he creates it. It's completely messed up. And then he starts to go hunting there, becoming one of the strongest characters in the series.
And let's see here. Okay, just for you, Eric Sander, I will say this: coffee, black. I didn't play the clip, but I said I completed the line. And good morning, Jedi Bill. How are you this morning? I hope things are going well with you.
Hail
Good morning,
Jedi
Bill.
Bill.
And actually, it's funny because I was on Cinnamon Bunny's live stream last night, and one of the things he uses is Nightbot for like contests and stuff. And there were several people. Unfortunately, mods are kind of immune to it. That were just typing in caps. Bill typed in caps. Nightbot timed him out for 5 seconds with a warning. It said, "Okay." After 5 seconds, he typed again, and it timed him out for 10 minutes. It's like, really, Nightbot? And at the same time, there were spammers in the chat. Was Nightbot taking care of that? No. But because Jedi Bill was typing in caps, he was timed out. I was like, really? We got real spammers in here. We got somebody who isn't one, and Nightbot is not recognized. Yeah. That was a pain.
So did Cinnabon find any more sex toys?
He did find some more unicorn horns. And I didn't realize that unicorn horns were condoms. I thought they were the other things. I thought they were dildos. So when he found something soft and squishy, it was I don't remember what the hell it was, hand sanitizer or something. He immediately thought it was unicorn horns. And I was like, that's weird. Then I realized, oh, unicorn horns are condoms. Okay, I get it.
Bill, that sounds bad, but it's good that you found a video from the 1980s.
Ooh, 1980s. Cool. And so what's going on there, Vic? You're now in, where the hell are you now? Are you in Texas again? Or back from Texas? I don't know. If you're in Texas, good. Have fun. Enjoy time with family. Let's see here.
Well, Bill, I hope you get well soon.
Absolutely. That is not a good thing. Yeah, take care of yourself. At least watch a good movie, sit back, relax, sleep if you can.
Or watch a bad movie, a really bad one, so that all the virus stuff wants just to get out of your body.
And Derek says, yep, home for Christmas. Gonna do some last minute shopping today. Prepare for crowds. That's all I'm going to say. That's just to be expected. December 23rd. I didn't even put the date in today's thing, Oops, my bad. I usually do.
Last minute shopping. Yeah, I wouldn't call that last minute shopping. There is a full day. I mean,
A lot of places are closed early on the 24th, so you
yeah,
can't really.
but you still have half a day to go shopping on the 24th.
It's still last minute. It's not, most people want to have their shopping done before now.
Well, Matrix 4 is not really that bad. It just doesn't have much new stuff.
Well, let's see here. We know that NB Geek likes it. And besides, if you're gonna attempt a long live stream, you'll need to get rest anyhow. And we will open gifts on Christmas Eve. So yes, it would be the last day he could go shopping today.
Well, usually it's the same here. But because everyone coming into my room without knocking, you have to do it last second. Which would be way easier if I wouldn't know what to get my folks. I still have no idea.
Hey, Mando.
And good morning, Mando Merc. What's going on today?
Oh yeah, Mando.
Yeah, we're all in the Matrix, Mando, so son of a bitch.
And Mando Merc is setting up a Twitch stream right now. There's that. Sorry, can't stay. No problem. I'm just glad you were able to drop by. Hopefully you can share it out and all.
Well, leave a like and maybe a share.
Exactly. Leave a like and share your Twitch channel thingy.
And Mega Carper says, will you be attempting a mega stream, Captain Trek? No. Absolutely not. There is no way in hell. I like this thing called sleep. And, yeah. Right now, the only person who has access other than myself is somebody who won't be here this morning because Bert is either probably watching Discovery or making a video about it as we speak. So more than likely, Bert of Prey 5 will not be here at all. Go ahead.
Well, I'm sure he's probably doing a review. That's all I had to say.
Well, see, he's been sleeping in, so I don't know if he would actually be. Um, oh, trust me, if they
He
offered free toasters in MeatGeek, I'd be set. But you know,
Bird did jump up on LDG stream earlier just to throw in a couple cents, just to say hi.
well, at least the stream had some sense then.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I wish I did. Uh, Trust me, I'll be sharing that out when he does stream it.
Yeah, Bird is just waiting for us at the moment to say anything bad about him.
And no, Jedi build, that is inaccurate. Deej Odyssey also is crazy enough to do a stream like that. Now, that's about it. I don't know anybody else in the group who would actually attempt a long ass live stream like that. You and I just said his name. For fuck's sake, Buddy Boy. Really, yeah, my brain's gone. Anyhow, so when is this mega monster live stream going to be? What's been going on with you, Flugger?
Not too much, but to answer your question from before, I believe it's going to just be over the New Year's.
Like
Would
New
make
Year's
sense.
Eve? Yeah.
Yeah. He wants to do what, 50 hours or 55 hours? I don't know.
Well, he could, if he gets people from all over the world, then he could do it for every country by itself. Well, he would have to do a 3-month stream to get China involved too, because they have their New Year a little bit later. I think it's somewhere in February.
Yeah, you're right.
But I usually celebrate both because I have friends over there, and then we are on Skype and celebrating there a little bit.
So at least we have. I wonder when Deej is going to be streaming again like that. I know not against Jedi Bill, but I'm sure he'll attempt one again sometime. Okay.
And yeah, I know. New Year, you see China also celebrating the New Year, but what's going on their real New Year is way bigger than the shit they pull off for the usual New Year.
Let's see here. On December 29th, starting at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Wow. Wow. That's going to be a long stream. That's going to be a long ass stream. I'll probably be visiting some, depending on who's on the panel. I I checked out another live stream earlier, and somebody was on the panel. It just pissed me off. Like, yeah, just dropped by to say hi, and yeah. I left a like and left. Just, whatever. I would like to know how he would be training. That's a good question. Go for it. You can put in the link, of course. That's like I said. I believe in supporting community. I probably will not be streaming for New Year's.
If you
Now,
already have a link,
though he already has a link, I know that because he would have set it up probably the soonest he could have. So you'd have the link there because he wants to promote the hell out of this.
Well, I'll be there from time to time.
well, I have no other obligations at the moment.
All right, and yes, go ahead if you're on a computer or other mobile device, or where you can open a second link and not lose the stream. Go ahead and open that up and set a reminder to join the stream in 6 days. And that will be starting at 1:55 p.m. Central, or 2 p.m. Central, whatever say, for the 50-hour live stream, 55-hour live stream, part 1. Cool. And it's going to be interesting to watch things go along. Love to see how it actually turns out. All right, Mando Merc uploaded something a little bit ago. Lethal Lightning uploaded something, so I figured he'd be online now. Usually on, I guess because I started later, he's usually on when I'm on. But so I've already got the reminder set. And yes, that's just part 1. I can disagree on things, which is for one of them, but not the first. Yeah. Now, if you were justifying Jar Jar Binks, then I would, well, that's another story. Again, I've heard it in French, so I know what it sounded like there, and it wasn't nearly as bad as the English dub. I do have the reminder on for the 55-hour stream. I wanted to verify that because sometimes it goes wackadoodle and goes off of that. So it's set. I will be ready to watch when it goes live.
Well,
Should
Jedi Bill, be naughty, save Centaur trip.
should
And
have called him Jar Jar Mar.
yeah.
Sorry, that was just a little giggle I had in my face.
Oh, I still like the Darth Jar Jar better. And you're quite welcome, Jedi Bill. You know that. Merry Christmas to you and everyone, of course. And good. NB is out. He's going to see his. He's going to spend time with his daughter and grandson, and I'm glad he decided to come out. I mean, I, I'm sorry I couldn't. Oh. And good morning, Janet from another planet. How are you this morning?
Hello, Janet.
It's funny. I'm used to highlighting because I'm used to usually streaming on multiple platforms where it's not displayed like it is in YouTube. But again, I'm gonna have to talk with a couple different people, work some stuff out. But, that's coming next year. I am gonna, yeah, as I've already promised to have something for Christmas and my birthday. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I don't know what the hell I'll call them. And Jennifer from the other planet says, I'm not getting my notifications until after I already started. Okay, that's why I am going to, because what I'd done before is set notifications up the day before for the next day. That way you could just go to my profile and see that, oh, you got a stream set up for tomorrow, and just click set reminder. It doesn't guarantee that you'll get a reminder, but it's greater chance. YouTube has and good morning, Snorter Poopus. I've only had one cup of coffee so far, so that'll tell you something. And good morning, Dandelion Fluff. How are you today?
Oh, hi, Dandelion.
And Janet from another planet. And of course, I'll have to check the analytics in a couple of days. So it'll probably still say 0 female stuff.
That's the way it goes, isn't it?
And the funny thing is, I used to look at the analytics because I was trying to figure stuff out, and I just finally gave up. But there are a few times, like the other day when I had like 5 in the chat, and it still didn't show I had any. It's like, really, YouTube? Okay.
Well, I got to take off for like 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes. So.
Oh. And Mara is sharing something, and I'm going to see what it is. Full screen. Powerful.
big
Go ahead.
plot twist. Big plot twist on Star Wars.
What is it? What does you'll have to say it in German?
I have to say what in German?
Nicht whatever.
Not from an American.
Not from an American. Well, I meant say it in German for fuck's sake.
Nicht von einem Amerikaner.
Thank you. So I would have said it more. Ich ein Americano. But I don't know German. I just sound like an idiot. I came close, but yeah, not really.
Nicht von einem Amerikaner.
It's always fun to have different people in chat. How is everyone this morning? I hope everyone is having a good day. Like I said, I did decide to stream, even though I had and Live Love says I didn't hate it, probably because I don't remember the other three very well.
Oh, let me share this one really quick so Dandelion sees it as well, as she has to go to work.
Yeah. Remember the naughty kids get coal, and right now coal is getting to be pretty valuable. So, hey, have all your kids be naughty, and they'll have some coal for heating for a day. Cool.
Yeah, there you have it. Or it could be that Santa really is just more onto the German side, where he just comes on the 6th of December and gives the rest of the work to the Christkind, or the Christchild, which comes on the 24th and 25th to give the presents then to the people.
I'm a donut. Well, that's an interesting statement. Yeah,
And it's not really true.
It's still funny though.
Well, I know that you also have donuts without holes, but
True.
the usual donut has a hole in them, while the German ones doesn't have a hole in them and are usually filled with jelly.
I honestly prefer cream-filled donut versus jelly-filled.
Yeah,
Or
we have
pudding,
those too. Yeah, pudding. We have those too.
See, I don't like pudding. I want the cream. I want it nice and like a what do you call it? A Twinkie, but not that. It's basically the same consistency, but it's a little more fluffy. And yeah, love those.
And it's a different duff we use for the Berliner than for donuts.
Yeah, but which reindeer did you eat, Snortopithus? Which reindeer?
All 8.
Ah, oh, that would not be good. Hopefully, it was at toward the end of his trip, you know. And Dandelion Fluff, you have a good day. Hope everything goes well today.
Yeah, Dandelion. Merry Christmas, and if we do not talk till then, Happy New Year.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Yes.
You have a
Hopefully
good
you have a
one,
good.
Dandelion.
Oh my God. Okay. In Canada, we have balls without donuts, Timbits. Yeah, they're usually called donut holes, but yeah.
Yeah, Arabic, I can't do that. I will never get rid of Homer Simpson if I say that.
And why is that?
He would hunt me, being like, nah, don't need that.
Oh. Ooh, Boston cream donut. Now, actually, that would be one of the few that I would like that's cream filled because it's kind of got a mix of the cream and the fluff inside. It's but yes, that would be one of the few cream filled I actually like. And good morning, Terry Rose. How are you this morning?
Donut with coffee cream.
You know, I must be doing really crappy today because I have not noticed any bots in here. That's just, it's almost insulting.
Me having the robot.
I mean, I haven't had any bots to bop this morning. Come on, really? I hadn't even turned on subscriber mode. That's, you know, usually with that. Oh, lemon filled donuts. Oh, I do have to make an exception for lemon cream.
Oh, what was his name? Ah,
I do like lemon. Oh, yummy. Actually, when this was back in 2019 when I was in the hospital. Um, one of the few things I actually liked that I could get down right for surgery was the lemon ice they had, and I oh my god, I think I cleared out the hospital of what they had in stock because I had nurses heading all over the hospital for it. Because I would eat like the protein, like fish or chicken or whatever, um, but I ate very little of the other food, and but I would always have lemon ice. I'd have lemonade with my meals. Like every meal, I had lemonade, and I would get lemon ice later. And so that was one of the few things that I could actually eat, which is probably why I ended up losing probably 30 pounds while I was in there. Had a little difficult time. Had to cinch up the sweatpants because it just like I lost a lot of weight. Well, I gained some back. So yeah, that's life. Uh, Krispy Kreme has filled donuts too sweet. Yeah, that they do tend to be too sweet on their donuts. Uh, but that's just and I'm sorry, 54 54.5 access radio says no, whatever the hell it is.
No robots.
No robots. Okay.
Well, I could do the robot from Buck Rogers. Biddy 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 biddy. I really have to watch that in English. Huh?
I haven't
Not
seen
sure
it.
if he does the same sounds in English as he does in German.
Pretty much, I'm sure.
What was his name? Tweaky.
Yep.
God, I would like to watch Buck Rogers once more, but I can't find it online anywhere.
Really. Uh, yep. Tweaky, and it's the same sound, says Snorpipus.
I would like to know what SJWs would say about Buck Rogers today. I mean, they had a female captain in there who was commanding Buck Rogers around,
Yep.
and the princess also was the one in charge. Movies like that never happened.
Oh no, couldn't, because it didn't exist until a few years ago. We didn't have strong female characters until 2015 or so. Yeah, it was so sexist and whatever. Yep. Thank God for the SJWs who brought us bad writing, bad stories, and overly powerful female characters. Not because they were actually good characters, but because they were powerful.
They made the males stupid.
Yeah, they make the males ultra stupid. Very cool.
I'll try that out.
And Jedi Bill says,
Thanks,
try
Jedi.
movies.com. Yep. Let me see here now.
Well, I know it's not on Watch Movie because that's the site that I normally use.
Really? Yes. Hold on. If I can find anything real quick, I'll do a quick search for it so I can find it. Check this. Out of curiosity. It's on NBC, of course. Are you able to get Peacock there?
Well, it's not sitcoms anymore.
And let's see here, because it should be on Peacock. I'll check. Okay. Let's see now. Tubi has 2 seasons on it. Tubi. That's a site that Resolute Germ uses for his Cartoon Saturdays.
Oh.
So Tubi.com. In fact, let me go ahead and look up the link.
Maybe I can get Krish to do watch parties for it after we're done with Lex.
I don't know if you get it. Let me give you the copy. I'll put it backstage real quick. Find it. Private chat. Paste. Yeah. Just watch TV is what I go to. But Tubi.com or TubiTV.com, excuse me. And you should be able to watch it. Should, I say, not will. When I'm trying to do 3 things at once, and somebody's backstage. Wonder who it is. Ah! And good morning, brightest day.
How are you guys?
Doing well. How are you?
Hey,
all right.
guys, day.
Sorry,
Hello.
Cap. I would have been on earlier, but like I tried to tell you this morning, between last night's read and then it getting pretty cold overnight, my voice was kind of hurting this morning.
I didn't even see your messages to you till I heard you backstage, and then it's like, oh, okay. Well, then don't bother. Rest your
No,
voice.
No, I told you I'd be here, so here I am.
Well, I do appreciate that.
It's not a problem, man. Besides, I have a couple of weeks off to recuperate from everything, so I'm just trying to keep busy.
Well, that's a good thing. Well, you could probably go ahead and record a few things if you let your voice rest some.
I am going to have to, actually. Every read from Saturday until next week, I have to pre-record because either other obligations or just the fact that Saturday is, Christmas.
Mm-hmm. And you can always have, your moderators, I'm sure, will be watching, and still have a stream. That way,
I don't know if I'll stream it or if I'll just upload it as a premiere, which is more likely. Just because I don't want anyone to take time away from their families.
Well, if you do, yeah. Well, see, if you do it as a premiere, people will still be there watching and chatting and such, and I'll be there listening and making sure nobody says something stupid.
Most people are usually pretty good. It's a pretty good crew that comes by, except for the Russian bots,
And I've not been having the bots today. I'm kind of offended. Usually they're here every day. Oh, like I said, I'm almost offended. It's like, wow, they're usually here in force, and now it's just gone.
I don't know. I would count your blessings on that one.
Oh, and yes, the mods are always watching. You're right.
I had a few stroll by last night. I took care of them from my phone, but
I looked at my CPAP machine. It's like I slept, oh my God, 10 hours last night. I didn't even go to streams last night. Just like, I'm tired. Good night. I forgot who was streaming.
All I know is I went for 3 hours, and I was like, that took so much longer than I anticipated it was going to. I still have like 50 more pages left of Dune, and I think it's going to take me another 3 hours.
Well, the fact that you do it so well, I'm not surprised. And 3 hours to take 15 pages. That's a lot of dedication.
I think it was just something I forced upon myself by saying I was going to finish these books by the end of the year.
True. You going to take that back, or are you going to actually finish them by the end of the year?
Oh no, I'm on track. I just have to put in the work, The other two are going to be easy. They're not as dense as Dune is. I only have two chapters left of Heir to the Empire, and probably another 50 pages of Space Crime, but Space Crime isn't as dense. There's just a lot of characters in that book, so I switch voices quite a bit.
Yes, which I love how you do that. By the way, I wish more people could. I don't know if everybody really appreciates how much work you put into that.
You'd be surprised how many people don't know I do it. I got to hear at least like once a stream or once a week. Hey, I didn't even know you did that. I didn't know you had so much content. That says quite a lot.
Well, it's like but I mean, when you're reading the voices, it's like you can picture. It's not the same person talking. It's a completely different character. The voice sounds different. The inflections are different. It's not just you reading. There's a
Right, I'm trying to make it live.
Yeah.
The trouble comes when I forget which character I'm supposed to be doing, and I use the wrong voice for the wrong piece of dialogue, which happens more often than you might think.
Well, it shows it must not be paying quite enough attention because it doesn't come across that way.
My friend Macklin's like, the still suit mask technique was very impressive. That was just me putting my hand over my face. Like literally, that's all I did was just put my hand over my face and talk through my fingers.
All right, later, Fluggerville. You have a Flugger. Sorry, I'm saying Fluggerville. Flugger, you have a good day.
Later, Flugger.
I would have shut up for a second and given him an out if he had known.
Oh, it's no big deal. Probably just needed to go right then, which does happen. So.
But yeah, I've been trying to. I have a whole list of other things I've been trying to do over the next week and a half, channel-wise, and just work that needs to get done. And then I'm trying to entertain myself too. I'm gonna go in a couple of hours here to see The King's Man, which I've been looking forward to. Which would be the prequel to the Kingsman series. Hello? Hello? Are we here? What's going on?
What did I miss there?
I don't know. I think we've... Yeah, probably stepped away.
Good morning, Sherry. No, Arabic just said thoughts and prayers for Charlie. What's going on? What did I miss?
Bird says nephew of Prey has COVID.
Oh. Wait, I thought kids can't get it.
I don't know how old nephew of Prey is, but
He's
I'm
young.
certain he will pull through. Young kids are surprisingly durable.
Oh yeah, bad
Oh,
news. Oh, yeah.
sorry,
Here's the
Bird. I
problem,
didn't
though.
see you in the chat.
There's
That being
also
that being said, I hope all goes well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also hope that we're. I have to ask: have you and Mama Prey been exposed? That means, oh God, that means no Christmas. For fuck's sake, that sucks.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't mean no Christmas unless that's the philosophy you stand by, or
Well,
unless there's some kind of standing order or something.
for the most part, they really have not observed Christmas in years because at least not until Charlie was around, and now it's just like I don't know what they're going to be doing for Christmas now. That kind of sucks. No,
Hmm.
that doesn't kind of suck. It actually sucks. And good morning to the lovely Sherry. I guess you could do virtual Christmas. I mean, they talk on the phone all the time, so that would be unusual.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know if they've been exposed. So definitely prayers for Charlie, Bird, and Mama Bray, because don't know. Um, I know Mama Bray got both the shots. Bird got one. Probably ought to be checked though. And if it's the most current one, it's the least symptomatic. So, I hope that it's that version. If it is, I hate saying that, but
I mean, we don't even have tests that differentiate between them now, so
yeah.
I think there was just an order a few months ago to start developing a test that can differentiate between the vid and the flu.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it was last week they said that the PCR test is no longer a valid method of using to test for the Rona. I believe I read.
Yes, there's another test that is currently more highly accepted.
Strange that it took us this long, huh?
No, actually, it's strange. We'll not go into that topic.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
But yeah, I do hope the best for particularly Bird and Mama Prey. I don't have any doubts Charlie will, you know, he's a tough little kid. He'll kick ass anyhow. So now, if we were talking bird flu, that would be fine. Bird would be just kicking its ass.
So, what is everyone's plans for the new year coming up?
Well, let's see here. For one,
Survival of the weakest.
Okay.
I'm going to let's see here. That doesn't show. I have to download the one that Yitza sent me. That's even better. Oops, my bad.
I can't
That
wait
was
for
it.
Yitza to upload my my avatar video. I wanna see the process for that.
But brightest day, we was talking about books. So one of my most favorite books that I've read was The Boat of a Million Years. Ever heard of that one?
I have not, but that's not setting the bar very high. I'm not super versed in all of literature. But go ahead and tell me about it.
Well, it's actually a pretty nice story. It is about immortals who live on planet Earth and make their way through time. So they see all the wars and everything that's happening, and losing friends and stuff like that. So it's pretty hardcore and sad at times, but also explaining when it comes to history and stuff. I thought it was a pretty nice book.
That's fantastic. I love that aspect of pondering immortality. That's easily one of the more overlooked. Well, not a negative, but just a circumstance of being immortal. And then there's the difference between agelessness and immortality, depending on how you define it. Because by some definitions, a true immortal is also invincible. You know, he exists forever, regardless of circumstance. So he would see world-ending events and come through it unscathed. But then to just be ageless is how you're describing here, where you
Yeah,
just see one at a time.
They can be killed or can kill themselves if they can't deal with it anymore.
Mhm.
So we follow a few of them during the book till the time where they say that they need to go to New Horizons.
So a bit like Tolkien elves have that same limitation. They can die from combat or emotion
Yep.
also.
Yeah, sure. Well, in German it was pretty nice explained everything. I'm not so sure if it is in English the same way, but I would think so, as it still is the same author. And as I say, they walk through time. You start in not Venice. What's the English name for that?
Is it Italy?
Yeah, not really Italy. Dang, Venetian. What was it called in English? Shit. I don't even know how it's written in German at the moment.
I think it's Venetian, so it would be Venice.
Yeah, Venice. Yeah, it says Venice. Okay. So not really Italy, but close to Italy. There we start with a fisherman who is immortal and who tells a story about wars that he has seen as he still was from a different country, and his way to Venice and everything, and then we jump to an Arabic woman and telling her story of abuse and everything, going back to someone completely different, and I think that third one is a Viking. And during the book, they all meet at some point, because if you are immortal, you meet eventually.
You would think.
And there is this blonde girl. I forgot where she was from, and she is fighting in World War II. Has to leave one agent. I think it was an agent or a soldier. She needs to leave behind because he got wounded, and she had her job to do. And she felt sad for him because his life was short enough the way it was. So yeah, it's pretty nicely written, and there is a lot of mixed feelings coming in there. Also, Wild West, where they have to deal with Native Americans.
Sounds like it would have been a better, more organic setup for an Eternals movie if they wanted to do that actually properly. Some kind
Oh
of
yeah,
mix
yeah.
between the Eternals and
It
Highlander.
would have better. It would have been better as a mix of the Eternals and the Highlander. Yeah, definitely.
No, I can send you the link on Discord. Is that a problem?
I had heard that was something they were going to try to redo was Highlander.
I
Well,
mean, on
it's not a
Twitter,
purpose.
excuse me.
That's what I tell my doctor every time I see him. I'm still alive. Hey, how are you doing? I'm still alive. Yeah, I can see that. And we hope to keep it that way. That's why I got my third shot, even my dog doesn't know what it was good for. Which also is a little bit freaky.
I meant
Hey,
Twitter, Roxfelon. I meant Twitter.
I have no idea what it is good for, but I give it to you anyway because it hopefully helps you survive that bullshit.
Yeah, that would be a quick route to another doctor.
Not really.
Well, personally.
Well, I see this doctor I know since I'm 16, and he usually tells me afterwards if he gave me placebos or not. So I trust this man.
Fair enough.
And
Right.
who knows? Who knows if that bullshit is over and he comes to me and says, "Well, I just gave you water injections all the time," then
That's true. That's true.
everything's fine.
And we have Rock Solid Productions in the house.
On the camera too. So the reason I asked if Bird was here, I just want to know if you guys wanted to see what I've printed for him that I'm going to ship for Christmas.
Ooh, yes, please.
Okay, time to bigify.
All right. So first and foremost,
What is that?
Is that
It's-
face palming Picard?
it's facepalming Picard, and it doesn't show up well on camera. On the back here, I altered the file so it says every fucking time. So that way, this is truly one of a kind for Bird.
Yes, it is.
So, and do you know one of the things that he always asks when I'm going to send him?
No.
He always asks when I'm going to send him a PlayStation 5.
That's right.
So, part of it is still on the printer right now.
Oh, nice.
Oh yes.
He's getting a PlayStation .05.
Yeah. Well, so I saw something last night. There's something on, I forget if it's AliExpress or if it's Banggood or whatnot, but there's a GS5 that looks like a PlayStation 5, but like 1/3 scale. And it's a terrible, it's one of those 201 systems, but it's only composite video output. If it had HDMI, I would have picked it up because it was only like $15-20. But yeah, so he's finally getting his PS5. And yeah, I had to do the face. Here, let me see if I can adjust the lighting so it doesn't wash it out so badly.
Just put your hand in front of the light.
Well, I was grabbing something
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
for contrast.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Now, it doesn't actually say fucking on the back. It has an asterisk where there you can see it.
Mhm.
It has an asterisk where the U would be. So
Right. That's
so,
fantastic.
Yeah, these are going out in the mail today. I figured you boys would appreciate that. I know he will appreciate it.
Absolutely. Were you here when he was talking in chat about Nephew Prey?
No, I just popped in a couple minutes ago. I literally right before I asked for the link and if Bird was here is when I popped in.
Well, it turns out that Charlie is positive for COVID.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So there's no telling if Bird and Mama Prey will be positive for it as well. Hoping that they're not.
Well, I mean, and as bad as this sounds, let's hope it's the Omnicorp version because
Exactly.
everything I'm hearing is more easily transmissible, 80% as bad. So, or 20%. It's 80% less bad, I guess, is what I mean.
Exactly.
It's nowhere near as severe as the earlier ones. So, well, okay, that sucks. Merry Christmas, right? Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. So, all right, I am off to work, but I just wanted to share that with everyone.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was cool to see, by the way.
They will be available up on the Webley store at webley.com/RockSolidProductions or rocksolidproductions.webley.com or something. Anyways, I'll have it for sale eventually. Shill. Fuck you, soft buddy.
Absolutely.
Take it easy.
Oh, if I find out who that soft putty is, I'm gonna beat his fucking ass. Yeah.
I have another guy that lives in my state, Mark D with a C, who's on Clobbering Times and a few other streams. He's printing out the reimagined series Cylon Base Star at the same scale as my officially licensed models. So when I get that, I will have to do some handwork to it, but I will have that to add to my fleet.
Oh, Snortopoopas, you're just... Oh my God. Really? That's just bad. Waiting for the pie variant because everybody loves pie. Yeah. I've seen Mark D with the C around. Seems like somebody nice. And Sora Pippin says, I'm a bad bear. Really? Why is that bad? Nothing wrong with that. You're honest.
He's the best Burr.
Burr, okay. So, yes. Hey. I'm gonna have to get coffee. Actually, I probably ought to. Ooh, I know what I'm going to have for lunch today. Yay. Hearing the kids talking about having pizza later.
Pizza.
So,
according to my friend, it seems like we're going to go to the 4 o'clock show, not the 12 o'clock show. So I have a little bit extra time.
Cool. Hopefully, I don't know if Bert's going to be able to be on or not today with what's going on. So, just hope for the best.
I'm sure he's a little preoccupied.
Yeah, I would be too.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons I do like streaming is it takes my mind off the things that are actually going on.
Understandable.
There was a point before, just I needed a break. I took off 3 days, and it's like all hell broke loose here. And I mean, it went from hectic to pure total chaos. And I'm going, oh hell no, I'm getting back onto streaming. This shit's for the birds. Like, who needs real life? I can deal with some other drama much easier.
Well, just now I was taking the Python for a walk. And the whole house is already smelling like vanilla. Which means that my dad is making a buttercream cake
Ooh.
after the recipe of my grandpa.
Y'all are gonna make me cheat on my diet.
So
And what is
tomorrow-
your diet, just out of curiosity? But go ahead.
I don't know anymore. I've cheated on it so many times.
So tomorrow, when my dad wakes up, I will tell him that the vanilla pudding was excellent.
Ah!
Just to piss him off.
Now, Phil, I have a question for you. Are we celebrating sexually transmitted disease, or are we talking about discovery?
Isn't that the same thing?
No, one you can take medication for, the other just have to hope for the memory wipe.
I hear alcohol is a good medication for that. In fact, there's literally a drink called the Mind Eraser for that exact purpose.
Yeah, but you have to drink it before you start watching it.
Not from what I've heard. Granted, I'm not a huge drinker, but
Nor
as
am I.
far as I know, you can remember everything before you have the cut, the film cut, and then of course you can remember everything that comes after the film cut. So you have to get the film cut before you start watching.
that sounds like a very interesting experiment that I think someone should put to stream.
And Snorter Poopa
Yeah,
says, I hope he's talking about the disease because discovery is awful. Well, there are a ton of discovery shows out there. Oh, Lord.
I mean, there are plenty of people that bought the Pontiac Aztec too, so there's no accounting for taste.
Well, actually, I'm not so sure about making a video about watching Discovery while you are short before a blackout. It would depend on who is doing it and how they react on alcohol.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So if Sherry says, for example, yeah, I would do it, I would make this video and watch Discovery then before I have my film cut. And then she's starting to dance naked on the table while she's still on camera and watching Star Trek Discovery.
That's what
Then
a creative
probably-
editor is for.
Then probably this might be a better show than Discovery itself.
You're not talking me out of this idea, Krell.
Oh, now, see, there was one person I was actually, well, we were joking, kind of. It was Orville Nation. He was talking about, if he reviewed Picard or STD, it would, break him. And he would be swearing and stuff like that. I said, well, you can do it on a different channel. It doesn't have to be on yours. I'd gladly have him on here doing it.
Hey, if ETEP can sit through several seasons of Batwoman and still be somewhat sane, then I think some can sit through Discovery and Picard. Not me. I'm not going to do it.
Oh,
I'm just waiting for my franchises to be destroyed, and then I might actually get those clickbait video reactions that I've been waiting for.
Oh, I have to say, I didn't really dislike Batwoman season 1.
I tuned out of the CW shows after about season 4 or so of Arrow. Whenever the Damien Dark arc stopped is when I tuned out of that. I think I sat through one or 2 seasons of Legends of Tomorrow, which was entertaining for a time. And then the rest of it, I gave Supergirl one whole episode, and that was it.
Well, there still would be Pennyworth, the story of Alfred the Butler.
Yeah, see, if that was done correctly, that would be an amazing show, because I love subscribing to the idea that Alfred Pennyworth served in the military at some point in his life and is
Yeah.
actually a secret badass.
And it starts after he comes back from the military and tries to get a job in the UK, and starts off as bouncer in a club, and then does some private stuff, and even works with the mob and stuff like that. It's pretty great. Captain Drag and I watched the first season. The second season I'm still waiting to watch with him, unless he says, nah, don't want to. Then I will bench watch it tomorrow.
I think you should do it and record your reactions, and then you can make a series of videos out of that. I think that's good stuff. Even if you need help doing that.
So you have in season 1, he is meeting the Wayne family.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly gets to shag Martha Wayne before she becomes Martha Wayne.
Oh dear.
Alfred could be Batman's daddy.
That's a step too far, but
But it would explain why he stays with him and tries to give him advice and everything.
I mean, the explanation is that he's a pseudo father after the death of Bruce's parents. I mean, that's not out of the question, and it's, as long as he's getting paid, I'm sure that's more reason to stick around. I didn't think we needed that direct, a connection. A father figure is a father figure, regardless of whether he's the father.
Oh, well, as I say, season 1 of it was pretty great. Loved every minute of it. And haven't started with season 2 yet.
Well, just waiting for when you're available and ready.
I'm always ready. Not always available, but I'm always ready. I was born. I came out of the womb of my mom. I pissed into the face of my doctor, and he said, he's an asshole, but he's ready.
All right, Cap. I'm gonna dip out for a bit. I'm gonna work on some stuff. I'm glad I was able to join.
Thank you.
You all have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's how it was back in the day, as I was born. Nowadays, you get born, you kick the doctor, and he's starting to sue you for whatever reason, cancels you.
Yeah.
Get back in there. We don't want you.
Maybe I ought to. So, how are you today, the lovely Sherry? And by the way, how is everyone else doing today? It's well, since tomorrow is Christmas Eve, I guess today would technically be Christmas Eve day. Which I'm surprised they haven't started celebrating because everything else. There was even something this year celebrating Halloween Eve. As in the day prior to Halloween, not Halloween night, which seemed a little odd. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing fine. That's good to hear, Sherry. So, at least, any big plans for today? It is Thursday after all for most of us here. Friday for anyone who is, Kiwi or Aussie. At least in some parts. Yeah, for me, it was, Halloween Eve was the night of Halloween, not the, night prior. But now they're starting to do the 30th celebrating stuff. What? Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I've heard the first fireworks go off 3 days ago. So everyone is starting earlier and earlier. Or some people just can't wait for stuff anymore.
And the lovely Sherry says, buy last minute presents and go pick up stuff to cook for Christmas. That's my plans for today. Well, that sounds good. At least you got a plan. I like that Snorterpoopus. Just the usual. Eating, napping, annoying random chatters. I like that.
Aren't we all a little bit blue now?
I'm surprised we haven't had Kronos pop in. Because he may be busy. Probably taking time with his family. I think
So
I coffee
before
in the
we-
morning. Yes.
Before we started the stream, I was trying to tell Captain Trek about a German car that is called a Trabant. And I have absolutely no idea how to explain how bad the Trabant is. Because, there is not even an English Wikipedia site for it because it's so bad. So now, question to the chat. Does any one of you know what a Trabant is?
That's a Good question. I have no idea. So even after you said, it's like, wow.
Yeah, it has like 2 cylinders. Yeah, exactly. The Trabi. Masterpiece of East German engineering. So there was a lot of jokes back in the days where we said that if it wouldn't be if it wouldn't be painted, it would rain in and stuff like that. That actually the color of the paint is the only thing that holding the car together in one piece.
Wow. Well, car's falling apart. Time for a new paint job.
Yeah, our cars had 6 or 8 cylinders, and they had 2. So well, I don't think so, because people had way too long to wait to get one. They had to wait 10 years after they ordered the Trabi to get one. Think about having to wait 10 years to get a car.
That's a long ass time.
But at least no one could die by a car accident, because if a Trabi would hit a person on the street, it would just fall apart while it hits the person.
So you got greater damage to the car and driver than you do the person being hit. Yay. How thoughtful. So,
Well, driving over someone's foot might still be very painful.
well, agreed. I think that any time somebody's foot gets run over, it would be painful. Oh, well, let's see. I'm going to put this to the test because we're still under the 2.5 hour mark, but hopefully people will want to tune in and see what happens since we've been on stream today. I do want to thank everybody who's been in the chat and everyone who's been on the panel, especially Mar, Brightest Day, and Rock Solid Productions. Thank you very much. And keep Charlie O'Prey, Bert O'Prey, and Mom O'Prey in mind as Charlie has tested positive for COVID. And until next time, see you later. Oh, and there's one last thing I want to say before I leave. Just a quick video to play this out.
Arrivederci.
Of course, I have to find it first because it's on this damn long list. Because, yeah, that's what happens when we get to here.
Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent.